Kentucky. Kentucky's known for a few different things. Bourbon, basketball, horses, Kentucky Fried Chicken. Kentucky's known for a lot of things. One thing it isn't known for, though, is racing. Has a little bit of a history with it, but not a whole lot. You have some starts way back at the beginning of NASCAR related to Corbin Speedway, my former asphalt home track in Corbin, Kentucky. Lee Petty's a former winner there. And you have several years at Kentucky Speedway, which many fans hold in very poor regard, you might say. The racing history within Kentucky is a little spotty here and there, then, besides a few families, including the Waltrips. However, there is one kind of forgotten racing family from Kentucky by the last name of Green. Specifically today, we're talking about Jeff Green. We talk a lot about dominance in sports and modern society. Heck, I'm wearing a sweatshirt for a team that just knocked out another team that was going to build a dynasty in the Super Bowl this year. Even in racing, we talk about dynasties and domination. However, there's one performance that I feel like gets underrated a lot. This is the story of his 2000 Busch Series championship and how it was one of the most dominant championships that gets overlooked in NASCAR history. I'm Ben, and this is Runnin' Retro.
And a half. It'll be white flag this time by the points leader, Jeff Green of the Nesquik Chevrolet.
Where you just had everybody covered so badly.
When you drive this Nesquik Chevy, man, Mark, it's awesome. And
going into the 2000 Busch Series season, Jeff Green was once again in his second year with PPC Racing and team owner Greg Pollux. And honestly, if you looked at their first year, you shouldn't necessarily be surprised by the quality of their second year together. In 1999, Green ran 31 of the 32 races after DNQing only at Rockingham. While having that happen for a newer operation would be pretty demoralizing, it wasn't for Green and PPC. And they proved it wasn't by going out winning 3 races that year at Nashville, Myrtle Beach, and Memphis. All tracks that have left the series now and are gone. That hurts my heart a lot. Now, though, heading into the turn of the century and surviving the Y2K threats, they're back and they're looking better than ever with a couple new schemes, swapping out their blue and white Kleenex car for a nice yellow and blue with the Nesquik number 10 car, and Green sporting a super sick mustache, if I do say so myself. So it's a whole new glow up for the team and the driver, but that doesn't necessarily equate to speed on track. How are they going to be any good? Well, things get off to a really rocky start, if we're honest here. Heading the speed weeks really put the team on the back foot after getting in a wreck on lap 13 at Daytona and finishing 42nd on the day. Yeah, not the start you really want for a championship run. This though, this DNF, this wreck at Daytona would be one of 2 DNFs all season long. His lowest finish that wasn't a DNF all season was 14th at Michigan. He still finished top 15. That's absurd. That is insane. Through 8 races on the season, Green and the number 10 machine took their team from 42nd to 3rd in points with 4 top 5 finishes. After Nashville, Green took the points lead with a 5th place finish at Talladega. They would never look back after that. It was set sail. 2 weeks later, Green would get his first win of the new millennium in a start first, finish first effort at Richmond. Green led the points by 73 over then second place Todd Bodine. Fast forward and the team picks up wins number 2 and 3 at South Boston and Myrtle Beach. Green now leads by 299 points over Todd Bodine. This is the halfway point of the Busch Series season in the year 2000. Jeff Green is dominating others. He then follows it up with even more dominance by winning at Milwaukee and Pikes Peak. 20 out of 32 races down, and Green leads by over 500 points. Over 500 points. There are still over 12 races left in the season. For context, the max points you could get at this time in a race was 185, and that was if you led a lap and led the most laps and won the race. After that win at Pikes Peak a few minutes ago that we talked about, Green now leads by over 3 full races in the Busch Series. Again, this team is on an incredible heater. They cannot be stopped. And also, there's still 12 races left. 12. You heard me, 12. 1 and a 2, 12. Race 25 at Darlington, and Green finishes a tough 4th place finish. Yeah, I know, it's sarcasm, but 4th place for them is a bad day at this point. However, after that 4th place finish, Green now leads by over 600 points, a mark that will start to stumble a little bit in the latter half of the season. Things kind of start to stagnate here though. Green only picks up one more win on the season at Rockingham with 3 races left in the season. Jeff Green and his number 10 team would come home 3rd place at Homestead with a 616 point lead over his teammate Jason Keller at the time. Keller only had 1 win on the year. The next closest in wins here is Mark Martin with 5 in 13 starts, which is an impeccable win-loss record in its own right. Oh, by the way, do you remember Todd Bodine? We mentioned him earlier when he was 73 points back of Jeff Green at the time. Yeah, he ends up finishing 4th in points with 1 win, 930 points behind Green, almost 1,000 points back. Jeff Green ended that year with 6 wins, 25 top 5s, and 27 top 10s. He's the only driver that year in the series that was full-time with a single-digit average start and average finish on the year. We talk about domination in sports a lot. However, I feel like this performance by Jeff and the PPC team is one that gets really highly underrated. Anyway, my name is Ben. This has been Runnin' Retro.
And the NASCAR Busch Series title, Harold Holley, Jeff Green, and the entire Nesquik team enjoying the spoils of the championship.
Hey, Editor Ben here. Thank you all so much for the support on the first episode of Runnin' Retro. Really appreciate it. Thank you all so much for tuning in to ATYL Media and what we do here. It really means a lot to me and to Taylor and to all the other creators here as well. First, I want to say thank you to everyone who supported the first episode of Runnin' Retro. It really means a lot to me. Hopefully going to try and do this more regularly. Thank you to everyone who reached out to me during the winter. It was a little tough winter for me personally, but everything's fine now. My mom is back to full health and everything's going good. So thank you for that. Thank you for watching this video as well. We really appreciate it here at the channel. If you want to have a topic be covered by Runnin' Retro, put it in the comments below. We can look into it. I can do my best to research it as best as I can and try and give a good script. As you can tell, it's been a minute since I touched the script, but I feel like I've done some really good stuff with it. Thank you to our partners at Happy Hour Racing. Go get your racing merch from Happy Hour Racing. Really great folks, really great people. I haven't gotten any because I am broke. Payday comes soon. But once we get that payday, we'll definitely be checking out the Happy Hour Racing website. Thank you everyone who's tuned in. And if you have any feedback, any questions, put them in the comments and we'll gladly chat. And until then, see you guys in the next Runnin' Retro. Take care, everyone.